Welcome to the Rap Jux podcast. Welcome to the Rap Jux podcast. Welcome. Hey yo, welcome to the Rap Jux podcast. It's your host, Profit, Profhit, professional hit to all the MCs in the industry, coming at you again with another quick video. Man, Ja Morant. Ja, gun shooting, toting, gangster Morant. You know, he's been in the news lately, and I have a theory about why he's been doing some of the things he's been recently doing. So for those of you who don't know Ja Morant, basketball player in the NBA, I want to say for the past couple of years he was suspended from the NBA once for actually showing guns and in a video and at a club and sitting in the car. He got in some trouble. The NBA and the commissioner Adam Silver suspended him for some games. Recently he came back and he started doing this gun celebration once he scored. Well, he did the celebration with the gun gesture. The NBA gave him a warning. He came back, I want to say the next game, and did it twice in the game. This time the NBA fined him $75,000. And now most of us, especially us working class people, $75,000 is a lot. And we probably would have stopped at that point and got the message that the NBA doesn't want me to be associated with nothing related to guns. Now, before I hear the counter argument, I hear a lot of people I've been seeing talking about this video. Talking about Ja and his situation. And a lot of people are saying that, hey, it's not fair because other players use the air guns, but the finger guns for a celebration when making a big basket. And as a matter of fact, the other night I saw LeBron James. I think it was a gun celebration when his son Bronny got in late in the game and he hit this big 3-pointer. Bronny did the gun celebration. LeBron did a gun celebration for Bronny. And I'm pretty sure nothing will come of it. So it's because of stuff like that the people who are defending Ja Morant, they're saying that, hey, if other players can get away with it, why not Ja? It seems like as if you guys are picking on him. And my answer to that would be that no, they're not picking on him because those other players haven't got into any trouble, got into any trouble in the past for guns. Ja Morant has. As a result, you really can't be associated with guns. It's like, let's say back in the day in football, Lawrence Taylor, he was caught up, with, I guess, I'm going to say cocaine, crack, some type of drugs like that. And, the NBA called him. NFL called him. I think, they fined him or whatever. Now imagine him coming back on the next game and doing a fake snorting celebration when you get a tackle. How does that look? The NFL would definitely not be too pleased with that because it's coming from him. Especially since he got caught up, with the drugs. So that's what Ja is doing, Well, if that wasn't enough, this dude, then did a new celebration where he's doing the grenade, where he's taking the pin out the grenade, throwing that into the audience. And he's gone on and on and on. He's pushing the limits with this thing with the NBA, man. It's almost as if he's trying to test to see how far he can go. And my whole conjecture behind this and my theory behind this is there's a reasoning why Ja is doing this. And I'm pretty sure you guys want to hear it. Well, here's my theory. Back in the day when Michael Jordan came into the league, he signed with Nike. Nike wasn't the top basketball shoe company, not even the top tennis shoe company in the world at the time. They signed, Jordan signed, they created the Air Jordan shoe, and they wanted him to wear it during the games. Well, because of the colorway of the shoe, the NBA didn't like it. They fined them, and Nike took care of the fine for all 82 games. I'm thinking Ja signed with Nike, and he's been kind of quiet lately since he got in trouble for the guns. I'm thinking Nike wanted to make a big splash, so when they dropped the new Ja tennis shoe, he can get some eyes on it. And like I always say, attention is the new currency. I think that Ja, Nike encouraged him to go out and do something that's going to garner some attention. And what else, could garner him more attention than doing something related to guns? I think that Nike probably paid the $75,000 fine and any other fine that he'll get because of the gun celebration, because they know that this is going to drive attention towards Ja, which in turn would increase the number of sales of his tennis shoes because of the attention that he's garnering right now. So that's my whole thing about it. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I think that Nike could be down, behind this, pushing him to do the wild shit. So the tennis shoes sales can increase, and I wouldn't be surprised that they're paying him fine so he can keep doing more, because he's definitely letting his nuts hang with this. He's not worrying about losing endorsements, because Nike is probably his biggest endorsement, and if they're the ones behind it, he's all good. You dig? So y'all let me know what y'all thoughts about that. Now, what I wanted to talk about also was Kanye West DJ Akademiks interview. And for those of you who didn't see it, Kanye West did an interview with DJ Akademiks. It's out now. I think it's about 45 minutes of interview. He talked about every issue he's having with people in his life. And he did it in a very bizarre way. So for those of you who haven't seen the interview, DJ Akademiks is recording everything from the time he pulls up to the hotel to the time he enters the hotel room. Kanye answers the door wearing regular attire, no problem. He's talking normal. He invites Akademiks in. He may even offer him some type of refreshments. I'm not sure. Kanye then goes to the back and he reemerges wearing an all-black Klan's robe, with the pointed hat and the mask and everything. He goes on to do the interview wearing this robe, and his whole personality is almost like it transformed him into another person when he put that robe on. And he goes talking about Playboy Cardi. He goes talking about Don C. He goes to talk about doubles down on the Jay-Z thing. His ex-wife, his children, his daughter in particular, Northwest. I mean, he's talking about all these things, and honestly, these beefs haven't been public enough for me to even really give a shit about him, to be honest with you. Now, besides the thing that's going on with his ex-wife, who he chose, knowing her sketchy background and how she became famous. And, he still married her, put a ring on it, and had children with her. And, he can't blame nobody but himself for whatever she's putting him through right now. But a man does have a right to be in his kid's life. But something was very disturbing about what he said about his daughter. He talked about his daughter because I think she's going to be on Cardi's album, and I think she was also on one of his albums. And I don't even think she's a preteen, if that. And he talked about it like she's a commodity already. Like she's already an established artist, and he's trying to, I guess, control her intellectual property. I thought that was disturbing. Something else that I thought was disturbing, that prior to, the beginning of the interview, before he even changed, he said something to Akademiks along the lines of, he kind of started this black KKK thing. As if other famous rappers or influential black people will follow that to get attention. As the interview went on, he talked about his beef with everyone from Big Sean to John Legend to a funny story was the one when he talked about Jim Jones and how Jim Jones not beat him, but kind of coaxed him into meeting someone about crypto for a $2 million pay. And he's angry with Jim Jones, not because Jones got the $2 million behind his back, but because he had asked Jim Jones after doing and meeting with this person, could he put together a montage of what I guess the cool kids are wearing now in Harlem. Jim Jones, and sent him a PDF. Jim Jones in turn said he didn't know how to send him a PDF, and I guess the story stopped there. So he thought, until Kanye West came on the Akademiks interview and expressed his disdain for not getting the PDF. So that's why he's mad with Jim Jones, calling them all out as his name. Another thing which disturbed me was the self-deprecating. Kept calling himself the pink polo pussy, wearing this, that, and the third. And he'll say that in one breath. And then his bipolar kick in. Then he'll say something like he's so gangster. He said something along the lines that, Kendrick is, is not king, he's the king, and people need to respect him, and all type of weird stuff this dude is saying, man. And it's almost like you don't know if he's doing the attention is a new currency thing, or if he's really out of his mind. I know a lot of it is to get attention, man, but some of this stuff he probably really do believe. Now, he did say he had a all white leather KKK robe. And that's it. After the interview, they took the elevator downstairs. He mentioned the act that he thanked the Jay-Z comments about Jay's and Beyonce's children. That kind of helped take away some of the sting from his Jewish comments. And he understands everything that he's doing and why he's making these comments, man. And I just think, and like I said in the previous video on Kanye West, that he's crying out for help. But this was very bizarre, and the whole KKK robe and how he changed his whole personality once he put the robe on, all these different things made me feel as if he is mastering another way to garner attention in this new era. You got to do something extreme. You see everybody online doing extreme things. Those are the people who getting the followers, and followers equals numbers, equals money. Followers equals more attention, which equals more money, and he's just following suit. I think that he's trying to compete with and stay relevant, and he's competing against guys who are younger than him, and he should just leave that shit alone, man. Grow older gracefully, keep putting out good music, kind of like Nas, man. Nas is in his own lane. You don't see him trying to compete with none of the young dudes, and they ain't trying to compete with him because they probably can't, but he's in his own thing, Then he also always pulls in some of the youth to jump on some of his joints. Not Kanye, man. He wants to still be the man in the eyes of the youth, and the people, especially people that come up under, younger people, Generation Z and on forward, they want to, they want to follow people that they can relate to, people in their age demographic. So Kanye West, man, you need to stop trying to be the top dog rapper in this current environment, because I don't see that happening for you again. Maybe you can produce some hits for some people and do a feature and stay relevant that way. But as far as you being the head rapper, and which he never was for me, I don't foresee that happening again, man. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. It's Ja Morant being encouraged by Nike to go out here and do these wild things surrounding guns to get attention for the tennis shoes. Is Kanye West crazy? Is he doing things for attention? Is he delusional? Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Of course, always like, share, and subscribe to the video. And until the next video, I want to say peace.